Welcome back to the Deep Dive. We dig into the latest research, the expert takes, trying to cut through all the noise. And today, well, we're tackling a big one. A question that's definitely on a lot of people's minds. And yeah, for good reason. It touches on something really personal, maybe even, honestly, a bit scary. Will your job still be around in 5 years? Or is AI going to take it? Look, we're not here just to, speculate wildly. Our mission today is to really break down what's happening. We're looking at the data, the analyses, trying to figure out what's really going on. What kinds of jobs seem, well, more resilient? And maybe most importantly, how can you stay ahead of the curve? I was talking to a friend just the other day, Sarah. She's a graphic designer. Great one. And she just lost this client she'd had for 3 years. Like, steady work, gone. Why? The client basically said, look, these new AI tools, they can do the design work faster, cheaper, 24/7. Ouch. And Sarah's story, it's tough, but it's not like an isolated thing, is it? We're hearing this kind of thing more and more. Writers dealing with advanced AI like ChatGPT.
Video editors suddenly seeing tools like Sora create whole clips just from text prompts. Even coders finding basic tasks automated by things like, well, not Midjourney for coding, but you get the idea. These tools are powerful. It's not just small changes. It feels like a fundamental shift in how creative work, even admin work, gets done.
Oh, absolutely. That's spot on. AI isn't some future thing anymore. It's already here. It's actively reshaping the workforce right now as we speak. Think about some of the big reports, like from the World Economic Forum. Their 2023 Future of Jobs Outlook. They're talking about over 40% of current job roles facing, well, a significant risk, either partial or even full automation. In the next 5 years, that's soon.
40%, wow.
Yeah. And importantly, their analysis shows it's not spread evenly, right? It's the highly repetitive, rules-based tasks that are most exposed. Think data entry, a lot of admin support, even some customer service functions. The whole landscape is changing. It used to be you needed maybe whole teams for certain functions. Now, the new model is often just one skilled person, but they need a really good AI workflow.
Yeah, that 40% figure, it's definitely sobering. You hear that, and it kind of feels like a punch to the gut for a lot of people, I imagine.
Yeah.
But okay, let's dig a bit deeper. Because when you look at other studies, like some recent work from McKinsey on productivity, a more nuanced picture starts to come out, doesn't it? It seems like AI isn't just about cutting jobs. It's also forcing this huge professional transformation. And maybe the really fascinating part is how it's becoming less about being replaced and more about, well, reinventing yourself if you're willing to adapt. Let's maybe spend a bit more time on that side, the hopeful side, because that's where the opportunity seems to be.
Exactly. That's the key twist here. If you adapt, you're not really being replaced. You're being, well, upgraded. The people who are actually thriving right now, they're the ones using AI as a strategic partner, a tool. They're not ignoring it. And they're definitely not trying to, beat it at its own game. So think about a copywriter. Instead of staring at a blank page, maybe they use ChatGPT to generate a first draft, 10 times faster, maybe. But then they come in, they add the nuance, the strategy, the human creativity. That's the value. Or picture a solo video creator using AI for voiceovers, for generating some B-roll, for editing cuts. Suddenly, they can operate almost like a full production studio alone.
That's incredible.
It is. And even in education, teachers using AI tools to create personalized learning plans for students, tailoring things in ways that were just impossible before, certainly at scale. And that frees the teacher up, right, to focus on the human stuff, mentoring, complex problem solving, real connection. This shift, like McKinsey points out, often boosts productivity and lets people focus on higher value work.
That's a really powerful way to frame it, upgrading instead of just replacing. Definitely highlights the speed of this change. But, okay, let's get practical. For someone listening right now, maybe feeling a lot overwhelmed by all this talk of new tools, how do they even start that upgrade journey? Is it just about learning software? Or are there specific mindsets or skills that are becoming more important? And yeah, are any jobs actually, safer in all this? What roles seem more resilient?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Based on what we're seeing in industry reports and hearing from workplace futurists, yes, some areas seem relatively safer, for now at least. First category, roles that really hinge on deep human connection.
Okay, like what?
Well, think therapy, coaching, genuine leadership roles. AI can process data, it can even mimic conversation quite well now. But can it truly feel empathy, build real deep trust, navigate those messy, complex human dynamics? Probably not. That authentic human connection, it's still incredibly valuable. AI can't replicate that feeling.
Right, that makes sense, the human touch.
Exactly. Second, there's this emerging category. People are calling them AI orchestrator roles. Or sometimes AI overlords, maybe a bit dramatic.
AI orchestrator. Okay.
Yeah, these aren't just people using AI. They're mastering how to deploy it strategically. Think about prompt engineers. They're like the translators, right?
Yeah.
Learning how to talk to these AI models precisely to get the best results. It's a real skill.
Mm-hmm.
Or AI project managers. People who know how to weave these tools into existing workflows, make teams more efficient. These roles need a new kind of strategic thinking about technology itself.
Okay, so human connection roles, AI orchestrator roles.
Yep.
What else?
And third, creative strategy. This is a big one. Jobs focused on deciding what to make in the first place. Why does it matter? Who is it for? How does it fit the bigger picture? It's less about the physical act of creation, which AI is getting good at, and more about the high-level judgment behind it.
So the why not just the how?
Precisely. Understanding human needs, market trends, having that unique vision. AI struggles with that kind of nonlinear, high-level thinking. So there's sort of a golden rule emerging from a lot of experts in this space. If your job is mostly repetitive, predictable, follows clear rules, it's likely vulnerable, quite vulnerable.
Yes,
But
sir.
if your role demands things like nuanced emotional intelligence, building genuine trust, complex critical thinking that goes beyond algorithms, or that high-level strategic judgment we talked about, figuring out the unstated needs, shaping a vision, that's where humans remain essential. It's about playing to our unique strength, the things AI can't do.
Okay, so putting it all together, the big takeaway from this deep dive seems pretty clear. AI is definitely a massive shift, huge, but maybe not just an endpoint for jobs. It's more about adapting, right? Learning to use these powerful new tools. So here's a challenge for you listening. Based on all this, think about one task you do, just one, something repetitive in your own job this week, and just brainstorm. How could an AI tool maybe automate part of that or help you do it way faster, way better? Then maybe do a quick search. See how others in your field might already be using AI for that exact thing. The point isn't just to tinker with AI, it's to think strategically. How can you make it your sidekick? Enhance your unique value. Make it work for you, not replace you. And really, let me ask you directly thinking about your own role. Do you think your job is safe? It's worth pondering.
Yeah, and that really brings up a crucial mindset shift for everyone, doesn't it? How do we stop seeing AI purely as a threat, as a competitor, and start seeing it as potentially a really powerful collaborator? Because these tools are only going to become more common, more integrated into everything. So our ability to understand them, to guide them, to integrate them effectively, that's becoming a critical skill. It's not about trying to race against the machine. It's about figuring out how to use the machine to amplify your own human skills, your unique value. So maybe reflect on that. How can you proactively bring these tools into your day-to-day, elevate what you do, rather than just waiting and seeing if they eventually take over tasks you do now?
Some real food for thought there. Definitely something to mull over. Okay, that's all we have time for on this deep dive. Until next time, stay aware, stay sharp, and remember, use the tools, don't get used by YM.